to think about it, because I mean, I've never been like, screw America, but I've never been like, hey, I'm American. But, this past year I was able to go to India and Israel, and being able to sit in a country where they don't have the freedoms that we have, and they're restricted to follow certain laws that, we have the freedoms to do here, flat out, we're able to do more things and have more freedoms than other countries do, from a religious aspect, from a relational aspect, being with who we want to be with, and things like that. In those moments, I was able to sit back and say, what, I was glad I was born in America. The south side of Chicago was rough. So my mom ended up having me and my siblings bus to a school across town in Mount Greenwood. Prior to that, I've never encountered, white people before. It was just like a culture shock for me. I started to see the difference between me and them. And it wasn't necessarily the skin color, it's more so of, people who have money, people who don't. Anybody tell me when they think that? When I see kids who maybe they don't get the affirmation at home that they should get, I want to be that for them so that they can, see in themselves, I'm better than my circumstances. If I can teach everything I know to the next generation, they'll be greater than I can ever be. And that's really my inspiration behind teaching.
Mine usually involve near-death experiences. I spent a lot of time, since I was pretty young, in the ocean, growing up in San Diego, so snorkeling, freediving, surfing. I bake because I think the kitchen itself is the closest thing all of us have at home to a chemistry lab. I work at Homer Children's Hospital as a hospital magician. We have Chinese praying mantis. That's a Dubai roach. I've owned leeches many times, and I will feed myself to them. As a male in society, it might be the closest to mercy that we can experience or understand. It's weird.
I'll tell you, we had a good childhood. It has a twist. My father was a local police officer, was a contractor on the side. In the 80s, early to mid 80s, the construction industry boomed. His business got huge overnight. We moved into the biggest house in town, flirting with the Red Sox guys. That's the business that we're in. You can either be flush or bust. It's one of those types of deals. I still work on the jobs, try to get dirty. Well, one of the lessons I learned is that bigger isn't necessarily better. The bigger you are, the harder you fall.
We have 6 kids altogether. We were both married before. There's 3 boys and 3 girls. And I work full time and my husband works full time, so we're just busy all the time. But as much as we're busy, I think that I tell people that I kind of thrive on the chaos.